My wife used to mock at my calloused hands. It's like sleeping next to a tree stump. After one of my designs had gone viral on TikTok and we were flooded with orders, my wife started clinging to my arm, laughing at all my jokes. Suddenly, I was her brilliant husband. Hi, my name is Clarke. I'm a carpenter. I build things with my hands, things that last longer than trends or seasons. Clarke and Grain, my workshop, isn't flashy. It's been in my family for 3 generations. I never had a fancy car or high-rise apartment. What I had was peace. Until Vanessa, my wife, moved into my small house, and within weeks, the complaining began. She hated the old furniture. She refused to ride in my pickup truck. I brushed it off as adjustment issues. I wanted to believe love would smooth things out. But I was wrong. I remember the first time I saw her, Vanessa. She walked into that cafe like she didn't just enter the room, she owned it. She complimented the design sketches I was working on, told me how real men with real skills were rare. I thought she was different, elegant, but down to earth. I thought I got lucky. She said she loved authenticity, said she was tired of fake men with empty wallets and shallower hearts. So I let her in. We got married less than a year later. At the time, I thought she'd fallen for the real me. In hindsight, I think she just took a gamble. Looking back, I realize now, I fell for a version of her that never existed. One evening, she sat across from me at the kitchen table, nervously playing with her fork. That's when she said it. I'm pregnant. My heart damn near stopped. I wanted a family. I wanted to build a crib with my own hands, carve our child's name into it, and watch little feet run around the same floors I grew up on. Her mood changed after that. Suddenly, she was gentler, closer. She started calling me babe again, rubbing my back in the mornings. But even with her arms around me, something didn't feel right. Her affection came with pauses, like she was rehearsing a part she wasn't committed to. The shop was doing okay, until that video. One of our new minimalist table designs had gone viral. A TikTok designer in LA had showcased it. And suddenly, we were flooded with orders. Thousands. From all over the country. Within 6 months, Clarke Woven, my rebranded furniture line, was a national name. We signed a licensing deal with a major West Coast brand for $3.2 million. And then, suddenly, Vanessa was glowing again. She was affectionate, supportive. She started posting pictures of us on social media with hashtags like #PowerCouple and #HustleAndHeart. But I knew better now. Her love was triggered by my net worth. Late one night, I couldn't sleep. She'd fallen asleep on the couch, tablet still glowing beside her. I opened it. I know it wasn't right, but my gut was louder than my conscience. There were emails. Dozens. Between Vanessa and someone named Caleb. They weren't just friends. She told him she missed him, that she wished the baby had his eyes, that it was easier to let Ethan think it's his, that I'd give them everything until it's time to leave. My world didn't shatter. It just quieted. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream. I collected myself, and I made a call. A private investigator helped me set up a prenatal paternity test. Discreet. No questions. The results came in 3 days later. 0% match. I wasn't the father. I've arranged a setup to expose her lies. I kept smiling, kept pretending. That was the hardest part. Then, I floated an idea to her, a fabricated offer. I told her a Danish design firm wanted to buy 80% of Clarke Woven for $9 million. Told her the deal would go smoother if I transferred some assets to her name temporarily for tax purposes. She agreed instantly. Of course, babe. We're a team. I spent the next few days building the illusion. My lawyer and I created a fake company, fake contracts, fake transfer forms. I also planted a recorder under the coffee table in our living room. Then, I told her I was flying out to San Francisco for final negotiations. In truth, I checked into a cheap motel just down the road. Laptop open. Waiting. That night, she made the call. Caleb, he did it. $9 million. I swear, this idiot doesn't know a thing. As soon as those assets are under my name, I'm gone. You, me, and the baby. She laughed. He thinks he's going to be a dad. God, I almost feel bad for him. I sat there in that motel, listening to every word like nails being driven into my chest. And when she hung up, I finally exhaled. Not because I was hurt, but because I finally had everything I needed. The next morning, I came home with breakfast and a calm smile. I laid the divorce papers on the table. She blinked. What's this? Your exit. I pulled out my phone and hit play. Her voice filled the room. Every lie, every insult, every truth she never meant for me to hear. Then I handed her the paternity report. She went silent. Her tears came seconds later. Ethan, I didn't mean. You did. You meant all of it. She tried to reach for my hand. I pulled away. Sign these papers, and you get to walk away with $200,000. Already transferred. Fight it, and I take this to court. Full exposure. The world will know. Her signature hit the paper like a final nail in a coffin. 2 weeks later, Clarke Woven made headlines. A Danish acquisition? Total fiction. I never sold the company. The buyer was a shell company I created. Everything was still mine, fully, legally. I didn't lose a dime. She called, texted, showed up. I didn't respond. Not once. Letting go of negativity, appreciating the beauty of nature, I stood on the edge of the lake months later, watching the sun set behind the trees. The water still. The silence beautiful. I'd left Portland. I bought a cabin by the lake in Washington and turned the barn into a free workshop for kids, teaching them how to craft things with their hands. Real things. Honest things. Reporters sometimes ask why I never remarried. I just smile. Next time, I'll choose someone who loves the carpenter. Not the castle. Some chase diamonds. Me? I'll always choose solid wood.